everyone. So this video is going to help you walk through bringing your data into your Geo Database for assignment 5.2, the solar roof study in Phoenix, Arizona. So under the module for this week, you will see a couple screenshots, documents, and in those documents it shows you how to download the data from both the City of Phoenix website as well as Tiger Shapes. It also gives you how to download the census data, which is the table of the median value. So there's three documents under there that show you how to download your data. One of the biggest things in GIS is how do you save all of this data in the correct place? It needs to be organized, and that is where a lot of people go wrong when you are saving your data and when you have to upload it to a Geo Database. So here's what I suggest you do. So for those of you who have the data downloaded, of course, to your hard drive, you will see here have under Esri Press and under here and under my chapter 5, right, under my assignment 2.5, you'll see here I have my assignment here, but I also have this, I created a data folder, and in my data folder you can see I have these other folders which were the zip files that I downloaded. So when I had all the zip files, I just extracted the zip file and created a folder, and under there is all of the data that's related to that that shapefile that is needed. You have to have all of this data. If you just take this shapefile without the metadata and the other files, it will not work. So you need to extract that data by bringing in the entire folder of information. So when you download it, you'll have a zip file, save, you can say extract, and then save it to, I created a data folder underneath of that assignment. So that's really one of the big things to do. So again, under my Esri Press, under my assignment data, you'll see under chapter 5, under the assignment for it, I created a data folder. So if you don't know how to create a folder, you right click and you say new folder under there, and then I just named it data, so you can just like name it data. And then I made sure that when I downloaded all of my data, I saved it to this data folder, which is here. It's absolutely essential that you do this before you try and get your Geo Database over here ready to go. You have to do it before, because once we connect the folder to this Geo Database, it doesn't update very well. So the data all has to be there. Then we move to the next step, which is importing the features to this Geo Database. Okay, so make sure you have all your data there, and you can see I have folders for each thing, and then under each thing is all of the data that's there. And notice I also have here my CSV file of the median value data, which was that census data from that the Excel spreadsheet, or the CSV file. So that's what's right here. Okay, so notice it's all organized, it's in one spot. Okay, so that is step 1. Make sure you have all of your data and make sure that you have it all in that spot. Okay, step 2, you're going to log in, you're going to open your assignment in your project in ArcGIS Pro. Because I have it downloaded on my computer, I can just actually go to Esri Press, to wherever I have it saved, and go here and go here, and if you're at the computer lab you could do the same thing, and I just go here and I open this. I just double click on it and voila, this opens here. Okay, so this is the screen that you have. We're gonna of course add a new map, which is fine, so we can add a new map to this. And then what you want to have here is you want to have this catalog visual over here, and you want to have the contents visual over here. If you do not have these two panes visible, you can add them, or you can actually, under your view, you can add your catalog pane, okay, which is here. You would add that, and then you could click on contents, and then this would pop up and the map's in the middle. So these are ways that if you open up this and let's say this is the entire screen and you want to see this and this, then you would go to View, Catalog Pane, or Contents. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to go to this Folders, and we have to add a connection to the folder where we have our data. That's why it's really important to have that done before you start before we start to map any of this. So the first thing you want to do is add a folder connection, and I am going to scroll to that Esri Press wherever I have my data. Okay, I go here, data, and I say okay. And then I now have a connection to that folder. If you don't do that, what's going to happen is you can upload your data and stuff, but then you're always going to fail when you go to run. And I'll show you that in a second. But you need to make sure that you're connected to your folder. The next thing that you're going to do once your folder connection, and you won't see anything happen at all. You really won't. You'll see here though that you have your connection to that data folder. Okay. So after you're done and you hit OK, you want to kind of just open this a little bit and make sure that you have a connection to that folder. If you don't, try it again, but you want to make sure you have connection to the folder. The next thing that you want to do is go to your Geo Database, which is here. If the Geo Database is not there, then you need to scroll to the Geo Database. And to get to the Geo Database, it's just like anything else, but most likely because you're opening this assignment 5.2, the database is there. Okay, so what you're then going to do is and if worse came to worse, you could always go here. This is Geo Database screen 2, but this should pop up with the assignment 5.2 GDB. Once you have this, you're going to go, if you don't have it, you're going to right click and add database. Okay, add database, and same thing will come up if it's not there. If assignment 5.2 is not there, you're going to add the database. So then you're going to go to Esri Press, to the assignment folder, and add the database. Very simple, the Geo Database. And you would click on this and say, okay, mine's already there, so I don't want to add it again. Okay, so if when you open the screen, this is not there, you need to add that Geo Database. You need to add it. Once it's here, we need to import those feature classes, and we want to do this in bulk. So to add the feature classes of the shapefiles from all of the data that we downloaded, you click here and you say feature classes. You then need to scroll to those folders where those feature classes are. Okay, so usually under this project, because you're connected to the folder, it should show up here. If not, then you need to scroll to it. Okay, meaning you have to click to it using this, where you go here to your C folder, your Esri Press. But you should, since you've already established a connection to it, you should be able to see it here. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to open that folder and add the shapefile. You see this SHP? You're going to add that shapefile. So, okay, you do it for all 4 of them. Okay, so then you go up, you do it for area block, city parcels, county subdivision, park boundary. And then what you're going to do is after you add all 4 of them here, you're going to hit run. Make sure your output Geo Database says GDB as well. Okay, so this is your Geo Database. You're going to hit run. And when you hit run, it should come up with a green thing that says successful completion of this run. If that does not happen, then something was wrong with your connection to those folders. Okay, if a failed error message comes up, the reason that the failed error message came up is that there was a connection to a folder problem. And I've had this happen before, and what I had to do was delete everything and start over again. Meaning I deleted all my data folder, I created a new data folder, I went to those websites again, I downloaded all of my data again to that folder, I added the connection again. I X'd out of here, like I X'd out of this whole thing, and I started over again. Okay, but when you hit run here, you should be able to get a successful completion of that. Okay. Then, after you do the shapefiles, the next thing that you want to do is you want to add, you're going to right-click after you've done the shapefiles, import. Now you want to do a table. So you would hit table, you would click here, you would go to your folders, you would go to your data folder, you would go to your median value, you would say okay. Your output name would be median value, no spaces, all capitalized as per the instructions. And then you would hit run, and you should get successful completion as well. After you're done that, when you look at your Geo database, you can see here, I have all of my stuff here. And I did it twice because I was trying to make this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the ones that I don't want. So I want to delete, because I downloaded some of these twice, you could say, right? I don't need 2 of the same. Well, there goes one. Okay, because they're big in size, so I'm just going to delete the ones that I downloaded twice. And the reason that I did it twice when I was trying to make this video, so that's why it didn't come out. But you should in total have all of your, you should have your city parcels, your park boundaries, median value, and you can see it looks like a spreadsheet, and then you should have the hydrology one, you should have the blocks, and then you should have the county subdivisions. Now in here you can rename these. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename these to exactly what it says on the thing. So park boundaries is fine, city boundary parcels is fine. You can't use spaces, so you have to use those underscores in this, but I'm going to rename all of these to what I want it to be. Okay, so that is in short how you import data to the feature class. I will make another video or screenshots on how to join the tables together. So hopefully you found this video helpful.